The goal is to make a movement that feels like it's taking place in slow motion. The discus feels like it weighs not 4.5 pounds, but maybe half an ounce or something. You can't even feel it, it's so light, because the timing and the technique is so perfect. It's effortless.
Mac's training partner is West Germany's Wolfgang Schmidt. About the discus, the two athletes are of one mind.
If you watch it, you think the discus throw, he throws the discus with the arm, but it is not right. The most comes from the legs.
Wolfgang Schmidt made international sports headlines when, competing for East Germany, he edged out American John Powell at the '76 Olympics for the silver medal. That same year, Mac Wilkins won the gold. Already, an unlikely friendship had begun between Wilkins and Schmidt. 2 World Cup titles and a European championship came later, but at the peak of his career, everything changed. Because of his friendship with the West, East Germany pulled him from the team.
Basically, they threw him in prison and ended his career at the prime of his career. He was the world record holder at the age of 28. They did all this to him because he was friendly with athletes from the West.
The last 6 years for me, it was many horrible things. Yeah, it was for me no life. For many years, it was my life dream to train in California and to compete in California. And to train together with Mac here. I know Mac before from the papers. One morning, my mother wake me up and said, "Wolfgang, a new world record in discus. Yeah, Mac Wilkins, yeah." So, and wake up, you must go train. Yeah.
Wolfgang is now not only training in California, he's the proud owner of a slightly used but very American car.
I have a Mercury Cougar, 1974. He has a very big engine, 6.7 liter, and nearly 300 horsepower. German car #1, and then American cars. But the American cars, this kind of cars, need much gas. Every second station, gas station is my station.
In something like the discus throw, it's not hard on your body in one sense, because when things are done correctly, the body doesn't have to do that much work. It's the technique and the rhythm and the timing. The technique is something that comes with age, and also the technique is something that allows you to continue to perform at a top level in spite of age. Why make a comeback in '88 instead of leaving the sport as an Olympic champion? I'll be an Olympic champion whenever I leave the sport. Why do it? Because I can. Because it's beautiful.
I feel very good, and I'm very happy, and it makes me very strong. I don't think so, that I am too old. I train to compete in the Olympics, for sure. I am an athlete. I like to throw the discus, and I'm not a politiker. Yes, I'm an athlete.
Wolfgang hopes to throw for West Germany. Mac wants a shot at a third Olympic medal. But it's safe to say they're already winners.
Blazing down the track on a 270 horsepower engine at speeds of over 180 miles an hour is the amazing Angelle Seeling. Full of dedication and determination, she won't stop until she becomes the first ever female motorcycle champion.
What could be more extreme than a 98-pound, 26-year-old registered nurse going 180 miles an hour in 7 seconds on a 600-pound pro stock motorcycle with 270 horsepower? It goes 0 to 60 in 1 second.
It has to be a bike, though. There's something about motorcycles. I don't know what it is. I've asked my mom many a times, what did you do when you were pregnant for me that made me love motorcycles so much? I mean, I am addicted to motorcycles. And if I go a certain period of time without riding a bike, I literally get aggravated and agitated and high-strung and nervous, and I have to ride a bike.
Driving a pro stock motorcycle is so different than any other kind of motorcycle that you could drive, and it takes more driver input than any other vehicle that's racing in the NHRA at this time. So coaching her was a great challenge because she's the smallest one ever. I mean, giving her the ability and helping her to be able to command the motorcycle and make it do what she wants it to do has really been a great challenge.
The real secret in how to win drag races and how to be the fastest in the world is in the teamwork. It's a dream come true to be able to be a part of Star Performance Parts in Star Racing. I just couldn't have asked to be on a better team.
That we gather from the run is like a report card, more or less, for the driver and for the tuner. Because for the tuner, we see what the carburetors were doing as far as the exhaust gas temperatures. As far as the driver is concerned, we know what the shift points were.
The intelligence level with everybody in the team is just truly amazing. And they all combine their skills together. I mean, each one of them has a special gift and a special skill. Right now I have the fastest Suzuki in the world with the NHRA record holder. And it's because of George and Ron and Ken and Mark and Derek and everybody, and I hope that I'm not forgetting anybody's names, but they worked really hard to get the edge on the competition.
I believe in parallel technologies. I believe that there are people who invent things all over the world same day and without knowing anything about each other, and I think that it was fate that we were put together. I believe that she was living in another world that I didn't know anything about, and her drive and determination to become a pro stock motorcycle racer was just so incredible that when I finally realized what she was thinking and what she was working on, that I just couldn't help but adopt the whole dream and work for it too.
It's an awesome feeling. It's a dream come true. I read the papers and I read the magazine articles and I see it on TV, and I still feel like it's somebody else they're talking about. I watch myself on TV and I hear my name, and when people ask me for my autograph, I still can't believe that they really want my autograph. And what are you going to do with my autograph, and why do you want it? And it hasn't really hit me yet. I hope it never does, because I'm still in cloud nine. It's a natural high. I don't ever want to come down from this high. I'm just having a blast. I'm living a dream world. I feel like I've won the lottery.
I'm working with Special Olympics.
It's quite a shock in your life when you have a newborn child and you see it's a mental retarded child. Sports is something that they can do and that they are willing to do, and for them their rewards and their medals have the same value as my other children's diplomas on university level. In the beginning, as I remember, we had very few supporters coming around to encourage the athletes. But now, after 15 years, we really have crowds of people coming, a lot of families coming, they bring friends. My other children are involved in Special Olympics as volunteers. My husband is coaching bar, and even my grandchildren already are volunteers in Special Olympics.
I think the whole family is set in the Special Olympics movement. Let's see where we are coming from the past, what we have reached at present, and where we can go to the future.
I like everything about Special Olympics. It's like a part of my life. I think they give you more than you can give them.
If jumping into fire seems like an extreme way to make a living, how about hanging by your hair?
People don't believe it sometimes that we hang by our hair. They think that we have a wig or we use pins or... I mean, if I tell them that I have a bolt inserted in my scalp, they would believe me.
The Ayala Sisters, 24-year-old Michelle, 21-year-old Andrea, and 13-year-old Alexis are fifth-generation circus performers. It was their great-grandmother, inspired by Chinese acrobats, who first began the family tradition of hair suspension.
I grew up watching my mother perform the same act that I perform now. And when I was about 8 years old, I told my mother that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to follow in her footsteps.
It took each of the Ayalas over a year of painful practice before they could stand the pressure of hanging by their hair.
The first time I hung by my hair was very painful, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. But then I didn't want to give up because I know my mom, she does it, and my sister did it, and I just wanted to do it, and I knew I could do it.
The part that hurts the most is in the beginning of the act. The very beginning, when I'm hooked up and I start to rise off the floor, is when I feel it the most. The spin is one of the parts where you also feel a lot of pressure on your scalp and your neck because you're spinning so fast, your body feels heavier at the same time, and you have to be real stiff.
The spin maneuver is also the most dangerous part of the act. In 1982, the Ayala Sisters' mother, Marguerite, almost died while spinning.
The rope just broke. It wasn't even old because we changed our rope. So it was just something weird that happened that went wrong.
Although Marguerite was in a coma for several weeks, she made a full recovery. Today, she and her husband, retired acrobat Miguel Ayala, concentrate on coaching their daughters. and making sure that another accident never happens again.
Okay, hold on.
My father, he's the one that really makes sure everything goes good and checks everything, and you know, like if he notices something, like he'll come and say, look, you know, be careful on this, or tell him to do this because this could happen if you don't. So he's really looking out over us.
But it is the oldest daughter, Michelle, who directs the act.
Right, you gotta be fast. You gotta, in the transition, you gotta go fast. You're going too slow.
We try to do everything the same. So we watch Michelle in the middle, and we try to do it the same.
You know, I look at my sisters, they look at me, and we see if one is behind or one is a little ahead of a certain part of the act, and we try to slow down or speed it up. This is the actual cable that hooks onto my hair, and this is a swivel that helps when I spin. All my hair will be braided on top of my head with a metal hook weaved into it, and this is what pulls me all the way up 25 feet in the air.
Once the sisters are connected, a group of rope pullers lift them into the air.
Well, this is the actual rope that I'm pulled up by, and there's 3 men who pull me up, and they have to make sure everything's secure on the rope, and they have to pull me up very carefully, very slowly, to make sure that they don't injure me, because any slight jerk could injure my neck.
I'm mostly concerned about the guys that pull me, that they don't slip or something, because then I'll fall.
Although it's a dangerous act, the risks are worth it for the Ayala family because of the joy they bring to an audience.
Every show I come and watch them to see how they do it and how the same trick they do. And it's such a nice feeling when you hear the people. I couldn't believe what I'm watching, and look how graceful. It's a great feeling to see them performing. They are like my angels.
I love watching the reaction of the audience. I love watching people really enjoying what you're doing, and at least for 5 minutes they can forget about their problems and enjoy what they're watching. It makes it much more worthwhile for me.
Nothing like it before. I ain't never seen nothing like it, woman. Oh yeah. But I ain't seen nothing like it before. Oh, somebody drinking my whiskey, slamming my back door.
I'm Robbie Robertson. Tonight on the Full Moon Show, we'll hear everything from the Tex-Mex bluesy riffs of the Texas Tornadoes to the country two-step style of Asleep at the Wheel. We'll throw in some rock and roll from the Archangels and mix that with the haunting sounds of Timbuk 3. Here with me tonight is Lyle Lovett.
The sun comes up in a coffee cup. Waitress, please, I've had enough, Lord, I can't believe what I see. How could you be alone when you can sit right here beside me, girl, and make yourself at home? I've been to Memphis and muscle shows, and I love a woman what what I don't know. When the sun goes down, it's another town. Bartender, please another round. Lord, I can't believe what I see. How could you be alone when you could sit right here beside me, girl, and make yourself at home? I've been to Houston and San Antonio, and I love a woman, what I don't know. Sherry, she had big ones, and Sally had some too. The Allison had little ones what hate to go to school. And I make my bed where I lay my head, and I wish I heard what she just said. Lord, I can't believe what I see. How could you be alone when you can sit right here beside me, girl, and make yourself at home? I've been to L.A. and El Paso, and I love a woman, what I don't know. She had big ones, and Sally had some too. Now Allison had little ones what hate to go to school. And I make my bed where I lay my head, and I wish I heard what she just said. Lord, I can't believe what I see. How could you be alone when you can sit right here beside me, girl, and make yourself at home? I've been to and where I go, well, I love a woman, what I don't know.